Hi, I'm McKenna, and you're listening to the Good News Pod. Today I'm here with Shirmira, also known as Vintage Advice on Instagram. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself and your brand?
So my name is Shirmira Hill. I am a native of Savannah, and my brand is Vintage Admirer. Vintage Admirer on Instagram and all my social media platforms. And my brand really focuses on creating sustainable fashion. I do a lot of my sourcing at various Goodwill stores, and since partnering with Goodwill, it has definitely been such an amazing experience. I get to merge two of my loves into one, my love of thrifting and also my love of creating sustainable fashion.
That's amazing. We're glad to have you here. So you've created some incredible original pieces from thrifted items. Many are featured on our social media. Can you walk us through your design process?
So my design process is not really much structure to it. I always begin with curiosity, and I think that comes a lot from my art background. So I don't go into the design process with like expectation. I was that kid in my family. I have 5 brothers and 1 sister.
Oh my goodness.
Pretty big family, and I was kind of like the oddball. So creativity has always been, it's always been, me. That's been a part of my journey. But I think so I'm a SCAD alum as well. So I attended SCAD, and I majored in fine art photography there. But my first love was always fashion, and for a while I had the opportunity to really immerse myself in like fashion photography. And after SCAD, I took a little break from that creative part, and then I began a career in teaching visual arts and media arts. And after 8 years and taking a break from, education, I realized that there was part of me that I was just like suppressing. And I felt the need to get back into my creative space.
Yeah.
What felt so natural for me. And while I enjoyed teaching, it was very rewarding. I just felt like there was something missing. And so I started, just revisiting my love for thrifting. And from there, I just started just creating again. It's just that simple. Like I started creating again, and I challenged myself to just start making things. I was inspired by so many different things, especially that time during the pandemic when we were all shut inside and we had all this time. That's when it really hit me. I'm like, there's something missing. And that's what it was. It was just getting back to myself, getting back to my creativity. And so while we were all inside, I was just like doing some sketching. I would get back on the sewing machine and just exploring all those different facets of myself. Most of the things that I design, sometimes they start with just like a need. I know for me, it's always been hard for me to find things that fit me. My height sometimes. And so a lot of the things that I create come from just like a need, I feel. And I'll start with just like a simple idea. I go into, when I'm sourcing items, I'm actually looking for potential over perfection. So a lot of the pieces that I thrift are things that may need a little minor tweaking or alterations, and or I'll just have something totally, I'll reimagine the piece and I just bring it to life there. So a lot of it is just like, there's no real structure to my design process. It's a lot of intuitiveness, I would say. Yeah.
I love everything that you create. Everything is just so amazing. And you can tell that you put a lot of creativity into it. So it's all beautiful. So what are your go-to thrifting and styling tips for our audience?
So thrifting tips, I would say do not limit yourself to one section. I know oftentimes when people go in a thrift store, they are immediately drawn to a particular section. And I tend to navigate more towards, I'll start maybe in one section, but then I'll go to the men's section. I never skip the men's section. I always say that.
Yeah.
Some of the most like unique pieces I found have actually been in like the men's section or different sections in Goodwill. So that's one of my main thrifting tips is navigate through the store and be open-minded to, I go into like with no expectations because I do like that element of surprise, being able to like go through each rack and just be totally amazed by when I have that moment and I find that piece. So yeah, that's one of my thrifting tips. And also one thing that has been really helpful for me is knowing my body type. When you know your body type and what works for you, that makes thrifting a little bit more easier and you just kind of have like a focus.
Yeah.
So I try to keep that in mind when I'm thrifting and also like knowing what styles and colors work for me. Yeah, those are like my main thrifting tips. As far as styling, the styling as well is like very intuitive. When I go in, I'm not, I get asked all the time at the Goodwill Vault when I'm styling the mannequins, like, how did you come up with this? And it's really like intuitive, but it's also searching around the store because again, I'm going in every different section and sometimes I'll pair a men's blazer with a dress from the women's department, but it's very, I like the idea of just really, it's almost like a hunt. You're navigating through and it's, you're just finding things that really speak to you. And a lot of the styling actually, so when I'm styling the mannequins at the vault, I always like choose pieces that I will actually wear.
Yeah.
And that has been, I've got so many great responses from that because people come in and they're like, I would have never thought to put those items together. And it reflects, a lot of the styling reflects my personal style. And that's also my key to not over shopping.
Yeah.
So if I like something, I'll put it on the mannequin and I'm like, go for it. And it's been great to see like the responses. Everybody is responding so great to it. So
that's great advice. I definitely like, sometimes when you go in there and you want like this specific thing, you're never going to get it. So it's better like, exactly what you said. Just take the time, look through all the sections, don't get stuck on one thing, and you'll find all the finds way.
For sure.
So spring is around the corner, and prom and wedding season are coming up. What kind of trends are most exciting right now for you?
One of the things that I really enjoy now is people are not limiting themselves to like what the traditional gown or the perfect suit looks like. I think people are experimenting and they're becoming more comfortable with expressing individuality and customizing. That's a huge thing right now. Like this one of one, the idea of something just being so unique that you can't find it anywhere. And so I'm a huge fan of that. And I love that that's becoming like a really big deal now in fashion. And especially like for proms and weddings, I've been seeing a lot of just like mixing some of the old with the new. So taking like a piece that may have had some minor flaws to it and just like elevating that. I see a lot of the people get creative with jewelry and brooches and adding that to dresses and suits. So
that's so cool.
It's so cool. So many different ways to customize pieces. My friend's wedding, like the day of her wedding, which is crazy. I had all these options for dresses. So, and most of them came from Goodwill. And at the last minute, I was just kind of like, I don't know if I want to wear it. It was one particular dress, vintage, and I loved it. But then the day of, I was just like, I don't know if this is going to work for the wedding. So I went to Goodwill and I found this dress for $8. And I got home and it was like, I want to just tweak it just a little bit. And so the shoulders, I just did like a little darts in the shoulders, both the shoulders, so that it could fit right on the shoulders, because I wanted to go for off the shoulder look. And then, it had this split. The split was like perfect. And I'm like, I took an $8 dress and I made it just look like something that you would buy brand new off the rack for like hundreds of dollars.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool.
It's so cool. And that's what I love about Goodwill. It's like I'm never disappointed. Like I always go in there, and it's because to just having an open mind.
So what's an aha moment that you've had at Goodwill Southeast Georgia, whether shopping with us, attending our events, or collaborating together?
Well, so I've always shopped at Goodwill, even from a kid. Like my parents, they loved Goodwill. And I come from a big family, so we always like embrace the idea of secondhand. But I did not realize until I started attending the thrift crawl. I think that was the first event where I realized how deeply rooted Goodwill is in the community and how much they do. Like we go into the Goodwill stores, we see the racks, we see all of the great household pieces, but when you get a chance to really hear the story behind Goodwill, the mission, what they're doing in the community, providing job opportunities. I can speak from personal experience. My niece a couple of years ago, she was looking for a job and she came to one of the job fairs here at Goodwill. And from the time we walked through the door, it was just, I feel like it was so, everyone was just so focused on making sure that they got her the skills to be able to build a proper resume. They got her connected with a lot of the local community organizations. And I just thought that was so special because when you really get to experience the depths of it and how much the team here at Goodwill, they go through great lengths to make sure that they are really representing Goodwill in, just the most incredible way. And so I've got to witness that firsthand, even as a former educator. Some of my students, when I was teaching middle school, I see them now walk into Goodwill stores and I see them working. And they have the confidence, they have job skills, they have just to see how they flourished. And I know that Goodwill is, part of that process. So I think that's the aha moment for me. It's like seeing the full circle moments just come to life. Yeah.
Definitely. I think most people, at least for me, when I started working here, I knew some about the mission, but getting to experience that and seeing people walk through the Opportunity Center every day and see how those donations and people thrifting, how it fuels that, it just gives me so much motivation.
I feel like Goodwill, they really see the community. They really see people. I know for myself, I've always had some sort of connection with Goodwill, but I feel like they really gave me the opportunity to really just be myself. And it's such a genuine partnership. I feel like everyone is so supportive when I go into, even at the vault, when I go in and I style the mannequin. I love just going in, seeing all the smiling faces and seeing that whole team just work together. Everybody's like focused and it's like you can really see that everybody is working towards one common goal. And I love that.
Thank you so much for coming. We're so glad that we're partnering with you. I'm posting your creations every day.
Oh, I love it.
So thank you so much.
Sure.